back to Willard High School tonight for the district title game between the second-seeded Danbury Lady Lakers and the Buckeye Central Buckettes out of New Washington. We've got pregame coverage and much more coming up next after this short commercial break. You're watching high school basketball live and free, exclusively on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Welcome back to Willard High School here in our pregame show brought to you tonight by Spitzer Motors, located in Ontario on West 4th Street. Hayden Gray and Joe Baylog back here at Willard High School with the district title on the line. Danbury looking for their first in program history, and then Buckeye Central looking for their 7th straight.
Yeah, you got the number 1 and the number 2 seeds. Both teams, Buckeye Central with 21 wins on the year. Danbury getting their 20th win the other night in the district semifinal. So 2 quality basketball teams. What you really want in a district final, the 2 best teams in the district matching up with each other.
We'll take a look first at the away team for this evening. We'll take a look at Danbury. The other night was the first time both you and I have got to see them play. They took on a Mansfield Christian team and got the 44-35 victory. Their first tournament win was a 30-point win over Monroeville. And as I mentioned, this is the first district level game they've played in. They've never made it past sectionals, so here they are tonight.
The Lady Lakers, the other night, Camille Stevens was the person that kind of carried them. So you would anticipate that, she's going to be looking to get open shots tonight. It's got to be a focus of the Buckeye Central defense to make sure that she's not going to get open looks, especially early in the basketball game.
We'll take a look at our keys to victory for the Lady Lakers. They are led by head coach Joe Miller, and tonight they're going to have to stick with Kate Siesel. 8 3-pointers allowed by South Central, so they got to stay at her hip, and then they've got to lock down the rebounds. They gave up a lot of offensive rebounds to Mansfield Christian the other evening.
Yeah, I mean, you can't let Kate Siesel get open looks, especially early in the game, and allow her to get that feeling, because I think we interviewed her after the game. Once she kind of gets that feeling, she can step further out and make deep threes. And looking at the stats for the year, the one area that's been a concern is the rebound differential that Danbury has. They've struggled just keeping teams off the offensive glass, and we saw that the other night against Mansfield Christian. And Mansfield Christian just was not able to convert those second chance opportunities. So their ability to rebound the basketball is going to be extremely important tonight for the Lady Lakers.
We'll switch gears, take a look at Buckeye Central, again looking for their 7th straight district title here in the last few years. They're led by head coach Abram Capel. They took care of South Central 65-51 and defeated St. Paul to begin their tournament 59-22. The Buckettes looking to just build off of the experience they've had over the past 6 seasons.
Yeah, you look at the numbers. I mean, they're averaging 48 points a game, giving up only 31. They've been here 6 straight years and won it. So they know exactly what they need to do tonight to win a district championship and advance to the Sweet 16.
Let's take a look at the keys to victory for Abram Capel's Buckettes here of Buckeye Central, and they're going to have to attack early. They kind of let South Central play around a little bit with them and then really hit their groove and then lean on that experience, as I mentioned.
Well, and I think, if the first 3 minutes of the game, if Buckeye Central comes out and really kind of demands control of this game, it'll be interesting to see how Danbury can respond, because the experience of Buckeye Central, they know the importance of starting off well in a tournament game, how important that is. So the first 3 minutes always are crucial in the basketball game, maybe be even more crucial tonight.
Starting lineups being announced. We'll take a look first at the Lady Lakers. They are led by Kelly Ewink, Camille Stevens, Macy Brown, Maria Maringer, and Natalie Rose. And again, their head coach is Joe Miller. On the other side of things, taking a look for Buckeye Central. Had this ready to go, but actually a little bit surprised, Joe. Sydney Worm is back into the starting lineup tonight, so swap her with Nevaeh Metzger. But Kate Siesel out there, Kennedy Deppen, Riley Concert, and Paige Colleen are your starters. So we are underway. That was your Spitzer Motors pregame. And now first quarter action's underway here from Willard High School. Danbury will have the first possession.
And Buckeye coming out really aggressive in their man-to-man defense. See if they can put pressure on the Lakers to see if they can get a turnover here in the half court. A lot of weave action here, mixed in with some high ball screen. And Nevaeh Metzger kind of playing like she has, gets a steal there.
And excuse me, I think it was. So they did have Nevaeh Metzger out there. They just announced Sydney Worm's name. Yeah,
they announced her name, but Nevaeh is in the lineup. So Sydney Worm is not in the starting lineup tonight.
That is on me. Buckeye Central couldn't cash in on their first possession. Danbury gets a look that doesn't fall. Rebound to Kennedy Deppen. And bat down the other way. In the corner now. Swinging it around. Kate Siesel has it. Knocked down those 8 threes. That set a new school record for a single game the other night.
And it puts her, I believe, like at 74 made threes for the year, which is outstanding.
Foul.
Oh, wow.
And one.
Wow.
We'll take another look at that. On our
Looks like she might have got fouled, but they call a travel. Tough call there for the Buckeye Central Buckettes.
That'll be their first turnover.
Again, Nevaeh Metzger with good pressure on the basketball at the top. I mean, this is the matchup here.
Camille Stevens shot no good, but they'll say it's staying with Danbury. Let's take another look. Not sure.
Yeah. Had a bump at both ends. One end it was a travel, the other end it was a foul. So Kate Siesel with her first foul. But Kate Siesel matched up on Camille Stevens. That's a good matchup. Forces the turnover. And Buckeye Central pushing the basketball in transition.
So it'll be the second turnover for the Lakers out of Danbury. Scoreless here through the first 2 minutes of this district championship matchup.
And they're going into the high post to Deppen at the high post. And she showed the other night really being effective, being able to play inside and out. Deflection out of bounds, baseline out of bounds, Buckeye Central ball.
Danbury's got a breakaway.
Here.
And it'll be 2 points for Danbury.
Macy Brown with the turnover. I don't know if there was a push on that or if she simply fell down, but turnover led to an easy 2.
First field goal of the night comes just around the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. It's 2-0 Lady Lakers.
And off that made basket, the Lady Lakers went into a 2-2-1 full court press. Now back to man-to-man.
Foul was on the floor.
Called it pushing through the screen. If you're Coach Capel, you'd probably like to refuse that call because you had Kate Siesel get a wide open 3 off of it.
Goes against Maringer, her team's first foul.
Nice play here off the baseline inbounds. You know, special situations are huge. They ran a little box set. Colleen setting the screen and Kennedy Deppen diving right to the basket to get an easy layup.
So a nice drawn-up play to set things back at even. And another turnover for Danbury. That'll be their third of the quarter. Riley Cancer gets caught up.
And Buckeye will reset their offense here. And they're gonna run Deppen. Well, they down screen. Now they're gonna cross screen for Deppen inside. Good job by the Lakers of pushing her out. But Kennedy Deppen showing her versatility.
Gonna pause for a second. We have a blood break. Yeah. That'll give us a chance to take a look at that 3 one more time.
I mean, they ran a set where they had Siesel cross screen inside. And then, Danbury did a good job of pushing her off the block, but Deppen stepping all the way out to the 3-point line and burying a 3. So Ronnie Cansert has to come out to take care of that blood on her knee, and it's Danbury basketball.
Lakers trail by 3.
Good penetration there, and just missed the layup.
Drive inside was missed. Siesel will bring it back up the floor.
And Siesel stepping into a 3.
That's her first of the afternoon.
As we said, she can shoot it off the catch, and there she shows she can shoot it off the dribble. So she crosses the volleyball line. They give her space, and she finishes the play.
Camille Stevens' layup's no good.
Kate Siesel again.
Bit of a heat check for Siesel, and they'll swing it all the way back down to Stevens.
And Camille Stevens, the 3-point shooting threat for the Lakers, answers.
Nice answer from Camille.
And again, this 2-2-1, 3-quarter court trap. Buckeye Central's able to throw it over the top. And Danbury jumps back into their man-to-man defense. And Kate Siesel starting to feel it a little bit. 2 dribbles to her right, pulls up from about 12 feet, and buries the jumper.
5 points for Siesel early on.
Emphasis now, Buckeye Central coaching staff is staying with Stevens and Kennedy Deppen pushing the basketball in the full court.
We'll have a foul. We'll take a look at that last bucket. Well, we'll look at the tail end. Call it the tail end, but Kennedy Deppen will be headed to the free throw line. First free throws for either side to be attempted tonight. She knocks down the first.
Riley Cancer back in after getting that little cut on her knee taken care of. Deppen shooting her second free throw and knocks it down. So after a slow start by the Buckeye Central Buckettes, they've been a lot better here. And now good play by the Lakers off of a made free throw. They kind of catch Buckeye Central napping a little bit in defensive transition. Able to throw it over the top to Mia McDonald. She takes the contact and finishes the play, and it's got a chance to get a three-point play here.
Misses the free throw, rebound to Deppen, but those are the kind of plays Danbury needs to make to stay closely contested in this matchup against an offense that can put up points so quick.
Clear out here for Nevaeh Metzger, and Stevens does a nice job of stopping the penetration.
Mid-range from Colleen's not down.
Paige Colleen right from the free throw line. Good pass. Might have been some contact there, but no foul called. Cancer with the basketball at the top. Set play here. Run what we call an Iverson cut to Kate Siesel. And drives it with the right hand. Good rotation by the Lakers on the help side to prevent her from getting that easy layup.
Lakers put up a quick runner in transition, falls short.
And Hayden, the Buckeye Central Buckettes are doing a really good job of limiting the Lakers to just one shot right now. Danbury not able to really get to the offensive glass. Good attack there. You know, they've done a good job of attacking the basket, but they just have not been able to hit some of these kind of tough layups. So a quick pace to the game here, especially the last 3 minutes. Kate Siesel with a nice spin move and lays it. So not only showing that she can knock down threes, but she's got the ability to get to the basket and finish plays.
Siesel up to 7 points. And we'll have a timeout taken by Danbury.
Coach Miller right now looking at the scoreboard, sees it at 16-7 and really trying to focus that they do not allow the Buckettes to get this double-digit lead early here in the game with 1:17 to go in the first quarter.
So we've got a 16-7 ball game, and again, a high-scoring first quarter from Buckeye Central. Would like to welcome everyone watching out there tonight. Let us know who you're cheering on, who you're rooting for.
I mean, you can see kind of the experience of Buckeye Central with Kate Siesel, Kennedy Deppen. Both of these players have come out and been really aggressive, especially at the offensive end. So they know the importance of a good start to the game. Buckeye Central was a little bit slow, Hayden, for the first maybe 3 minutes, but really have picked up the pace here in the next 4 minutes as we approach the end of the first quarter.
So another strong opening quarter. Kennedy Deppen has 7, Siesel has 5, and then 2 points from Paige Colleen. Lakers work it around the perimeter.
And they like to run that guard weave. Now they get a post-to-post screen for Mia McDonald. And again, she's just not able to make that short jumper.
Fought for the rebound. Siesel thought about pulling up for that cream-colored line again.
And she almost, you know, if she would have maybe shot faked a little bit more, might have been able to go right around her with her right hand.
There'll be a foul.
I mean, Coach Miller can't really be disappointed with what the Lakers have done offensively so far. They've gotten great looks at the basket. I mean, they've missed probably 3 layups. McDonald just had a really good look there. It's just you've not been able to knock those shots in.
That'll be the 3rd team foul on the Lakers.
Side out of bounds. They're going to run Siesel off of a double here. Good job by the Lakers of recognizing that and getting out quickly to Siesel so she can't just catch and shoot.
Yeah, Macy Brown's done a nice job of trying to stick with her, something we talked about during the pregame. Kind of the opposite of Mansfield Christian's mindset on their defense. They gave her a lot of space.
Yeah, she got a lot of space early in that game. So Buckeye Central running a little triangle delay action here, and they're going to look to get the last shot of the quarter here. So interesting to see what set they run. They're in a box set. 7 seconds to go. Looked like they just kind of cleared it out for Cancer. And Deppen from the volleyball line.
So a deep triple.
So good job there by the Lakers of defending at the end of the quarter. I don't think really that's the shot that Coach Capel wanted. So give the Lakers credit for getting a good stop there at the end of the quarter. And I believe it's going to be Buckeye Central ball coming out to start the second quarter.
So adjustments will be made by both sides. We'll have second quarter action coming your way right after this commercial break.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Start of the second quarter, Buckeye Central with the ball first. Hayden Gray-Joe Baylock here at Bob Haas Gymnasium. The Buckeyes out to a 9-point lead.
And they run a little side ball screen with Cancer and Deppen. The Lakers do a good job defending it, and they're doing a good job of pressuring Cancer at the top. Another ball screen there by Paige Colleen. Cancer getting into the lane, and Colleen with the drive, and a block shot out of bounds.
Some great defense from Mia McDonald. Didn't give up anything. You take a look at our Spherion instant replay.
And a good, 32 seconds of pretty good defense there. Now they got to defend on the inbounds, which Buckeye Central had scored on their first inbounds play. They run a little flare screen here for Kate Siesel, and she buries it. So
give her two.
So right now, Buckeye Central kind of winning what I call some of those special situations where baseline out of bounds are like special situations like you would have in football. They've scored on 2 baseline out of bounds plays here.
Tough layup to miss inside that time for Danbury.
And again, that's, Hayden, that's probably 4 or 5 layups that they've missed, right at the rim. So, they're going to have to knock those down to get back in it. But right now, here comes Kate Siesel again off a little hand back.
Tournament style play there along the baseline, letting them play out physical.
Yeah.
Colleen forces a steal. Be the 4th turnover on Danbury.
Kate Siesel high off the glass. Yeah.
Danbury's got to take another timeout, and quickly you'll see why. It's a 14-point game because Kate Siesel showing that she can do more than just shoot from behind the line.
Yeah, she earlier on she was on the left side, made a nice spin move to finish. They're going with the right hand, and that's a tough shot. Put it high on the square and able to have a soft touch and finish the play. So right now, a 14-point deficit the Lakers are facing. And one of the things we had talked about, I think at the 117 mark of the first quarter, was it was at 9, and Coach Miller called a timeout trying to make sure that it did not get to double digits. Now you're kind of at that breaking point with it being at 14 points. You really can't let it get much further than this and let it get out of hand early here in the second quarter.
Great crowd on hand tonight for both sides. Another tournament atmosphere as we near closer. The round of regionals will be up next for whoever is able to cut down the nets tonight.
So kind of a key point here in the game, maybe the next couple minutes. Danbury really can't let this get much more. And I think right now Buckeye Central's coming out of this timeout looking to take, this 14-point lead and maybe trying to get it close to 20 to see how the Lakers would respond.
And an offensive foul's called. Let's take a look, see on the screen.
They run that dribble weave, and they just get a high post screen. And I guess maybe the call was because it looked like she took her arms and kind of pushed out, but actually looked like a pretty good screen on the ball there. Kate Siesel from deep again.
Missed the mark that time. That foul on Danbury on the last possession was on Natalie Rose, just her first. Lakers put up a three of their own, bounces off the back of the iron.
But again, the Lakers not able to get any second chance opportunities. Buckeye Central doing a tremendous job on their defensive glass of limiting the Lakers to just one shot. And the other thing they've done a great job is Camille Stevens has really not had very many looks at all. I think maybe she has one shot right now here at the start, into the second quarter.
The last touch by Buckeye Central. Metzger's three is no good. We'll have another timeout.
This timeout's by Buckeye Central.
So Abe Capel would like to talk things over.
Well, I think what Coach Capel's talking to him about right now is, you came out of you forced Danbury to call a timeout. You were up 14. In the last couple of offensive possessions, I don't think he's really liked the shots that they've taken. Kind of a couple quick threes. And not necessarily wide open threes. So I think he calls the 30-second timeout just to remind them, hey, let's move the ball a little bit more, because that's where Buckeye Central's was really effective the other night, was just their crisp ball movement, and then they were able to get wide open shots, which I guess as a coach I would call great shots instead of just a good shot.
Metzger trying to lock down on defense.
Again, the Lakers running that kind of that weave action. They get a back screen here.
Maringer just has
great
to heave
defense,
it up.
Great defense again by the Buckettes. Force a tough shot by Maria Maringer, and then they limit him to one shot. So a little high post entry to Deppen. Cecil cuts off of it, and now Deppen returns the favor and screens for her. The runner's no good, but an offensive rebound by the Buckettes.
And that's got to start to wear on you a little bit as a defender. Taking a little bit more time now to find the shot that they want, get their offense set. Colleen drives inside and she'll be fouled.
Nice pass there by Roddy Cancer. And Colleen with a really good catch, and then the 2-foot jump stop to take the contact and be able to get to the free throw line.
Colleen knocks down the first of two. Buckeye Central 2 of 3 from the line so far tonight.
And that's a strength of Buckeye Central, their ability as a team to make free throws. And right now winning that battle of getting to the free throw line early.
Knocks down both of them 23-7. Danbury's gone on quite the cold stretch offensively.
Yeah. And, this on-the-ball pressure by the Buckettes has been pretty good. And, again, a layup, just not able to convert.
Concert snatches.
I mean, it's not like they've been wide open layups, but they've been layups that you could possibly make. But Buckeye Central doing a really good job of just using a term we call walling up and making the offensive players shoot over that defensive pressure. And right now, the Lakers have not been able to make that shot.
Well, that's an area that we saw on Thursday Mansfield Christian struggled against Danbury to convert on semi-contested layups, which could have been the difference. Buckeye Central fans wanted a foul.
Yeah.
Colleen.
Good play by Kate Siesel. Ran her through a double at the top. She wasn't able to get the shot, but then was able to put it on the floor, make penetration, draw defensive help, and dish it to her teammate for an open layup. So 21-point game right now. It's, if you're Danbury, you got to be really concerned that this is just going to get out of hand early in this basketball game.
Yeah, they've held Camille Stevens to just the one triple through the first half.
She's had really no other open look than that one shot.
And you just see it, those hands up in the face. The minute you think you have some space to put up a shot, it just closes so quick.
I mean, the on-the-ball pressure right now that they're showing is good. So good play there by Natalie Rose, posting up strong. Not able to get a score, but creating a foul situation. So baseline out of bounds here. Box set. Maringer steps right in, and they skip it. And again, one shot by the Lakers. One and done, and the Buckettes have the ball in transition. And a ball screen by Deppen. In transition for Siesel, she's just a little bit long with that three.
Doing what they do well, moving the ball quick.
Great box out there by Paige Colleen.
Scramble for the ball. Officials rule it'll be staying with Danbury. Substitution. It'll be Mia McDonald coming back in.
I mean, the strength defensively for Danbury has been their ability to turn teams over. I think, Hayden, as we said, they came into this game averaging almost 17 steals a game, and Buckeye Central has not turned it over hardly at all.
Now just a couple turnovers for the Buckettes here in the first half. Stevens.
And every time Stevens catches it, there's a hand in her face.
Finally, the Lady Lakers get a three-pointer to fall. Nice shot.
And one of the few times there defensively that Buckeye Central doesn't have a very good closeout with two hands to contest that shot. And Macy Brown catches it, realizes that, and buries a three.
15-point game now.
Down screen for Siesel. Didn't catch it real clean.
No reset at the top. Now matched up against McDonald. Now they switch back. Macy Brown will step back out and guard Siesel.
And it looks like they're going to run that little triangle delay action and look for the last shot here of the half. So the Buckettes hoping to stay at 15 or extend it to 17 or 18 here at the end of the quarter.
I think in all four games we saw most of the teams competing here do a similar thing with under 60 seconds.
Again, Hayden, this is kind of one of those special situations. We talked about baseline out of bounds, but the ability to score at the beginning of a quarter, that first possession, and then score on the last possession of a quarter are key. So this could be a big offensive possession here and a lot of momentum for the Buckettes if they're able to knock down one here before the end of the quarter. Now they turn it over.
So with 11.7 seconds left.
So good job by Danbury of not panicking, playing good defense, forced a turnover. Now they've got 11 seconds to see if they can get a good look here to end the quarter. Running a play they call head tap here.
Seeing when that screen's going to be set.
Looks like it's a dribble weave.
They don't go to Stevens. They do get off a shot that falls off the left side, and that takes us to halftime here at Bob Haas Gymnasium. 25-10 is your score. Buckeye Central will take a 15-point lead into the half. Coming up next, we'll thank our sponsors, break down some stats, and get ready for the second half live and free right here on the OH Report.
start the show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm back to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hear my.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Tonight's live stream broadcast is brought to you by the following sponsors: Ebert Dental Group, located in Willard, Ohio. Go check out the link on this post to their Facebook page and website. Give Ebert Dental Group a visit soon. Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, home of the Spitzer Shield, shielding you from the unexpected on all purchases. Order a new vehicle exactly the way you want it, even if it's not in stock. Spherion Mid-Ohio, let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Siesel Distributing, we at Siesel Distributing don't want to be the biggest, we want to be the best at what we do, which is delivering cost competitive and quality products on time. And finally, Phillips Tube Group, go visit their website that is at the bottom of this post. The link is there. You can go give them a visit. So again, your sponsors bringing the action live and free tonight. Ebert Dental Group, Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Siesel Distributing, and Phillips Tube Group. Thank you to these generous sponsors for allowing you to have this action live and free without any paywalls. Thanks to these amazing sponsors. You can check out some of the games down there below that'll be coming up on the Rewind this week that we'll be taking a look at. But for here tonight, Buckeye Central out to a 25-10 lead at halftime. We'll be back in just a few moments to break down the halftime stats. Get ready for the second half. Welcome back to Willard High School here in our Spitzer Motors halftime show. Hayden Gray and Joe Baylog over at Willard High School tonight at Haas Gymnasium for the district title game between Buckeye Central and Danbury. We got a 15-point game right now. The six-time reigning champs have a comfortable lead but can't get content with that. Let's take a look at the stats here so far and find out what's going on in this one. Danbury, they have 4 field goals, 2 coming from behind the three-point line, 7 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 5 fouls, and they've shot 1 for 1 from the free throw line. On the other side, Buckeye Central has 10 field goals, 2 triples, both from Kate Siesel, 11 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls, and they've shot 75% from the free throw line. Is there any stat that jumps out to you so far that has kind of allowed Buckeye Central to get up to a 15-point lead, Joe?
I mean, if you look at the stats, then of course the made field goals is a big difference. The rebounds, the thing that's impressed me the most is Buckeye Central's pretty much limited Danbury to 1 shot. And, if you're Coach Miller at halftime, you've got some pretty good looks at the basket. You've had a lot of shots inside that 10-foot range. You just have not been able to finish them. And you also give Buckeye Central some credit there because they've done a good job of what we said, walling up and making some of those shots difficult. But if you get a couple of those layups to go, this 15-point game could easily be, a single-digit game. So starting here in the third quarter, the first 3 minutes are going to be really important again. Danbury's got to try to cut this lead and get it into single digits before the start of the fourth quarter. And if you're Coach Capel, you're trying to say, hey, we got a 15-point lead. Let's come out. Let's see if we can get this thing to 20. And then that would put the Lakers really in a desperate situation.
So for the first time at the district level, the Lakers here, but struggling to kind of keep pace with Buckeye Central. Some individual scoring. Kate Siesel leads the Buckettes with 12. Kennedy Deppen has 7. And Paige Colleen has 6. On the other side for Danbury, Macy Brown has 5 points. She leads the Lakers in scoring. And then Camille Stevens, just the 1 3-pointer. The other night she did have 4 and 19 points in their victory over Mansfield Christian. So that was something we didn't really get to take a look at before the start of the game, was the matchup between these two, Kate Siesel and Camille Stevens, and just exactly how they matched up in each of their district semifinals. Siesel obviously with the 28 points and 8 3-pointers, and Stevens with 19 and 4. So 2 athletes, we've seen a half of them going at it here so far, and excited to see what's going to take place here in the second half.
So Danbury gets the first possession, so they're looking to try to come out, get a score, a stop, and a score, and that could get it to, 11 points or even under 10. So they like to run this weave action here at the top and eventually get a post ball screen. And again, they get a good look right at the basket, not able to finish it, but able to draw the foul. So Natalie Rose going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
This will be just the second and third free throw for the Lakers. it'll be Natalie Rose shooting.
She goes 1 of 2, and Natalie's only a 43% free throw shooter. So now Danbury coming out after this made free throw and showing a 1-3-1 half court, looking to probably trap as the ball comes across the half court line. Buckeye Central does a good job of breaking the initial pressure. So Danbury matches out of that 1-3-1 into a man-to-man defense, and your emphasis has got to be to find Kate Siesel.
She's off on that
Good
three-pointer.
Good box out there by Natalie Rose. But a good set by Buckeye Central. Ran a little flare screen action, which they had run off of a baseline out of bounds play earlier in the game that Siesel was able to make it.
Stevens looks for a second triple, leaves it a little bit short, rebound to Deppen.
I mean, Stevens is going to have to score here in the second half for the Lakers to get back into this.
Quick layup was just too strong, and then Colleen kind of launches it out of bounds, so Danbury with the possession. Trying to work inside. Kelly Ewing's pass just too strong.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure, she just got a little bit out of control, and the Buckettes able to force another turnover. So, again, Danbury showing 1-3-1 in the half court, and Buckeye Central doing a good job of not putting themselves in a position to get trapped, and they reset their offense as the Lakers jump back into a man-to-man. A little side ball screen here for Riley Cansert. Unable to score, and the Lakers do a good job of boxing out.
Well, and so far they've shown the ability to kind of switch up the different variations of zone defense.
Yep. Nice move there.
Takes several friendly bounces, but gets it to fall.
Kelly Unick with a nice move. So, good start here in the third quarter for the Lakers. They've cut it to 12, and they almost forced a turnover. Colleen with a great effort and a block shot there.
You'll take a look. Colleen grabbed it, got it off to Metzger, and then the defense coming that time from Natalie Rose.
And again, baseline out of bounds, 2 previous baseline out of bounds. The Buckettes have scored off of this. So much better job there by the Lakers of making sure that Buckeye Central doesn't get a quick look off that inbounds, so they reset their defense.
Scoreless to start the third quarter. Buckeye Central still looking for their first points here. And Metzger gets it to roll in.
Again, a little side ball screen by Kennedy Deppen. And Metzger now does a good job of getting a strip. And I think talking to Coach Capel before the game, he said she's just like electricity, never, always out there moving and sparking around. And Kate Siesel with the 3 from the top, but able to convert.
Ewing had the nice block, and now they try to feed it into her, but it'll be intercepted.
Can't have those turnovers. I mean, you got it. It hasn't extended beyond the 15-point mark that it was at the quarter. But they've only been able to cut into it by 1.
Working inside, outside. Back up top to Deppen. Colleen is guarded, Concert is guarded by Maringer.
Buckeye Central running a little bit more of a set offense tonight than they did the other night. The other night they were pretty much kind of just a smooth motion machine, gone a little bit more to running sets to try to get exact looks that they want. A screen and roll here, and deflected out of bounds. Again, Buckeye Central basketball. So as we mentioned, the last possession, baseline out of bounds. Danbury did a good job defending. Let's see what they do here. Again, good job of not allowing the Buckettes to get an easy look off of the baseline out of bounds play.
Metzger was heavily guarded by Maringer. They'll get it back to Nevaeh, who gets it to Concert.
You can see the difference of how they're playing Metzger. They're playing way off of her and encouraging her that they want her to shoot that shot.
Riley Concert shot just falls off. Rebounded by Rose. 11th rebound of the night for Danbury. We'll have a foul on the floor.
Called the hand check there on Colleen at the top. But Buckeye Central's pressure on the basketball has really caused a lot of problems for the Lakers tonight. They've had difficulty getting into their half-court offense.
Corner three, ball fake, back to Stevens.
And they've done a great job of, I think Stevens really maybe only has 2 shots. That might be her third, and a tough shot at that. And again, Buckeye Central limiting just a 1 shot. The Lakers have not gotten to the offensive glass much at all tonight.
And extra possessions, especially in the tournament when you're trying to take down a higher seed, are so important.
Yeah, those second chance opportunities, you got to have them. And right now, Buckeye Central is just not allowing that.
And as you said, it kind of looks like they're running their offense with a bit more intention, a little bit less free-flowing as it was the other day.
Yep. Yeah, they're running a lot more sets.
Ball was kicked. It'll stay with Buckeye Central. Substitutions for Danbury. Mia McDonald will check into the game.
I mean, defensively, Coach Miller's got to be happy with how they played defensively here to start the third. It's just they're having a difficult time of scoring at the offensive end of the floor.
So far, they've only given up 4 points, but time of possession has kind of felt like the upper hand that the Buckettes have had. While they haven't put up a ton of points, they possess the ball quite frequently.
Good job there by Mia McDonald of pulling down a rebound in traffic. And McDonald from the free throw line, it just halfway down and popped it back out.
I think what we're seeing today out of Danbury, too, is something that when we were down talking with Coach Capel of Buckeye Central, that this is a much better team than they looked the other night against Mansfield Christian. He didn't want anyone to think that it wasn't going to be a tough matchup.
They've done a good job, too, of really limiting Buckeye Central to 1 shot, too, especially here in the third quarter, which is key because the other night they gave up a multitude of second chance opportunities that Mansfield Christian just was unable to convert. And that little spin move by Kate Siesel just unable to finish. And Steven rips away the rebound.
Sharp rebound. Now they want to go inside. Got a foul call, so free throws on the way.
And you know, if you're not able to score from the perimeter, one of the things you got to do is you got to tell your players to attack the basket. And Maringer does a good job there of attacking the basket, creating contact and getting to the free throw line. And here you have an opportunity to score points without the clock running.
First free throw's knocked down.
And so I think down the stretch the other night, Maringer was pretty good from the free throw line, if I remember. I think maybe she went like 4 of 4 in the last quarter.
So far they have not missed 3 of 3 from the line tonight. Make that 4 of 4. Back to just a 12-point game.
Yep. Try to get a stop here, and again, they've showed here in the second half they're going to play this 1-3, 1.5 court, but Buckeye Central has not really put the ball in a position where they're going to get trapped.
Deppen.
Almost there. Deppen, good job of picking it up. And Coach Capel giving a timeout just to make sure that they don't get too sloppy here with 1:17 to go in the third quarter.
Taking a look at some of you out there watching tonight. Lots of comments. Sharon Snipes is watching. Chase Castle, Kathy Green, Wanda White, Adam Cole, Chuck Young, Brian Kane, Renee Little, Chris Daniel, Edwin Schneider, Ron Claddy, Danny Foreman, and Patty Bauer all in our YouTube comments. Facebook comments. Thanks for tuning in tonight to watch this district championship.
A great crowd here tonight. Buckeye Central pretty much filling the lower part here of the Bob Haas Gymnasium. So side out of bounds here. They're going to try to run Siesel off of a double down screen. And Macy Brown does a good job of getting through the screen, not allowing her that open look.
Foul's called. It'll be going against Maringer.
Yep. Officials trying to be consistent. They made that call at the other end, so a little too much bump here on the drive. And a foul called.
Just the first foul on Danbury of the third quarter with 60 seconds left to play. They've done a nice job staying disciplined. Colleen guarded at the top.
Looks like they're going to run what we call a little bit of a flex action, and they get Cancer coming off of a back screen. On the rim, not able to finish it. Great hustle by Paige Colleen to keep it alive, but it's going to be Danbury basketball. But you got to like the effort by Colleen to get to the offensive glass.
Yeah, she's been doing a little bit of everything tonight. 6 points from Paige. And then the presence that she has in the paint, always scrapping and fighting for those rebounds or second chance opportunities.
Yeah, you know, Paige and Nevaeh Metzger, they're kind of the two people that do a lot of things that don't show up on stat sheets, but make a big difference of how your team plays. And as I mentioned her name, Nevaeh Metzger almost gets a deflection and a steal. And a big basket. So the Lakers continuing to fight here. Mia McDonald catches the ball in traffic in a strong move to finish, and they have a chance to get it to a single-digit game before the end of the third quarter.
And they knock it down. That'll be the third foul on Paige Colleen, so it's back down to a 9-point game.
So right now, the Lakers have outscored the Buckettes 8-2 in this quarter. Buckeye Central with only 2 points here in the third. And they're going to go to a double screen here. And they don't get through it this time, but Kate Siesel uncharacteristically off target. So with 9 seconds, they have a chance to cut into this even a little bit further. And they've decided to drive it hard to the basket. Not able to finish, and Buckeye Central not able to get a shot off at the buzzer.
So that wraps up 3 quarters of action. Coming up next is money time, the fourth period. Someone's going to cut down some nets, and you will find out on the other side of this commercial break.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Fourth quarter, and it's money time. 8 minutes for someone to take home a district title. Do have an update from another district title game going on tonight with another Northern 10 team, an SBC team. Margaretta was leading Upper Sandusky 21-11 at halftime. Got to imagine they're probably near the fourth quarter as well. So fairly similar scores.
Yep. I mean, a lot of times in tournament you see lower scores because it just becomes more of a possession game. So Buckeye Central with the first possession here. They run a screen and roll with Deppen and Siesel. And Deppen gets a shot block and then a foul called. So that's Buckeye Central's fifth team foul. So 2 more fouls, and the Lakers will be in the 1-and-1. So Buckeye Central now coming out, looks like they are extending their pressure a little bit here. And maybe looks a little bit, I guess they're just man-to-man pressure in the full court.
It's clear they got to try and throw some kind of surprise at the direction of Danbury, who's absolutely stumped the Buckettes here in the second half offensively.
And they're going inside, which has been a big advantage here.
Ewing Makes it a 7-point game, the smallest the lead has been since the first quarter.
So Coach Miller really urging his squad on right now. Momentum in favor of the Lady Lakers. And let's see if the Buckeyes are going to be able to respond here. Have only scored 2 points so far here in the second half.
On the floor for Buckeye Central right now, Ella Evacs into the game. Concert, Metzger, Siesel, and
Concert,
Deppen.
nice move, but rolls off, unable to finish.
So what was plaguing Danbury has seemed to switch sides, and now.
Yeah, this end of the floor seems to have a lid on it a little bit. Had it for the Lakers in the first half. Kick out, Stevens with a deep three. Nope.
That was one of those rare.
That could have really got
chances.
the Laker fans up and a lot of momentum here.
That would have been big.
Hayden, as we mentioned, Buckeye Central just struggling right here in the second half offensively. Have not had the flow that they had the other night when we saw them in the semifinal.
Concert wants to go
nice
inside.
Pass, but a block shot. Second chance opportunity. Deppen with the shot fake. Good drive, but again, not able to finish, and foul called.
So now Danbury getting close to that bonus, too. It's getting a little bit physical.
A little frustration foul there for Deppen. Had a really good look to drive and just missed it, rolled off, and then tried to really make an effort to get the offensive glass and was called for the foul. So again, Buckeye Central extending their full court man-to-man pressure.
Grace Colleen brought in now. Ella Evac will take a seat for Buckeye Central. Ewing looks for Stevens inside around the elbow. Everyone gets tied up, and a jump ball is called.
And it'll be Danbury will keep possession of it. And then, you know, a person at the defensive end is typically around the basketball. Nevaeh Metzger's right there to force that jump ball. Buckeye Central, good job here of defending the inbounds play and force a turnover. But Stevens almost with the steal.
Just shows you can't fall asleep on any pass, whether you're in the front court, back court. You got to know where the defense is at.
It looks like Coach Miller's going to take a timeout here. Leave him with, I believe, 2.
So 5:48 left in the game.
So you got to like the grit that the Lakers have shown here in the second half. Have still struggled offensively. They've only scored 10 points here in the second half, but they've limited Buckeye Central to only 2. So they put themselves in a situation with 5:48. They're down 7. And, you know, if they get a stop and a score and can get it to 5 and under, you never know what's going to happen. But Buckeye Central just really struggling at the offensive end of the floor. They've had a couple good looks, but have not had that same flow, as we mentioned a couple times, as the other night.
So another update over from Shelby. Margaretta up 29-17 on Upper Sandusky. They just took down Clear Fork a few nights ago. Margaretta defeated Winford. So a couple of games with similar amount of time, 6 minutes left in that one. So a couple close games here on this Saturday evening.
As both teams come out of this timeout, it's great. This is why tournaments are great. Both fan bases up on their feet, trying to give each of their teams a little bit of extra momentum to be able to cut down the nets here in the district finals. So looks like the Lakers have come out in a 1-3-1 and giving the Buckettes a little bit of problem here. Riley Cancer to the glass and finishes the play. That's a big basket for the Buckettes here. Breaks the ice here a little bit in the fourth quarter.
Perfect timing on the bucket, and those are Concert's first 2 points of the evening.
Great box out by Riley Concert.
She's done excellent on the glass, though. Cecil calls for it.
Touch. Almost rolled a couple times. Great effort there by Kennedy Deppen and Kelly Unick, I believe is how it's pronounced. If I get it, hopefully I don't mess that up too much. But both girls active on that glass. So again, Buckeye Central here Baseline out of bounds. Box set. They ran this a little bit earlier in the game. Almost had Deppen for the same look, just not able to catch it cleanly. But here goes Riley, cancels it with her right hand. Good block there. Metzger with the runner off the glass.
Nice job. Hey, I'm always one of those that's a big fan of using the backboard on some of those. And she gets it to fall for 2. 4:40 left, back up to an 11-point lead. Buckeye Central on a 4-0 run.
Yep, coming out of that timeout, they've been able to get a little bit more offense than they've had here for most of the second half. But again, Nevaeh Metzger right into Camille Stevens, making everything difficult for Camille. And a tough shot. Tough shot there.
Foul
Good
call.
box out by Grace Colleen. But it's only the Lakers' second team foul. So again, the Lakers going to that 1-3-1 half-court trap, seeing if they can create a turnover here, extending it out a little bit more. And the Buckeyes need to anticipate when they cross that half-court line to get a trap, but don't really tell you. Here goes Riley again to the basket, decides to kick it back out.
Reset things with Kate Siesel.
Run
Trying
a
to set
double,
screens.
double high ball screen here. And a nice pass by inside to Deppen. And she gets fouled. And it's going to be ball baseline out of bounds.
That'll be the third foul against Danbury of the half. Colleen has some space, knocks down the jumper. Nice bucket from Grace Colleen, her first points of the night.
So the Southmore not afraid to step up at a big time here and make a key shot to extend the lead to 13. And it looks like with this dribble weave, kind of a little bit they did it at the beginning of the game, but switching it, Metzger a little bit over aggressive, and Stevens is going to be able to go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Take a look at that last bucket from Colleen on our Spherion instant replay.
And Stevens a 59% free throw shooter for the year. But key here, you need to make this 1-on-1. You're down 13 with 3:20. Got a chance to cut into the lead here with the clock being stopped. Well, officials look like they're going to discuss something here, maybe exactly who the foul was on. I'm not sure.
I know the score table buzzed them over.
Oh, debating the debate was it a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul? And they called it a 1-and-1. And Stevens misses the front end. So Buckeye Central 13-point lead here, coming upon the 3-minute mark. Right now, you just need to be able to take care of the basketball. And if you're the Lakers, you got to be a little bit more aggressive. You only have 3 team fouls. And might be the dagger right there. Kate Siesel coming off of a down screen on a ball reversal. And typically with Kate Siesel, don't need a lot of space. She catches it and buries the 3.
And believe it or not, the first points from Kate of the second half.
Yeah.
Stevens tried to respond, rebound to Metzger.
Yep.
With 2.5 minutes left, 16-point lead.
And the Buckeyes spreading it out a little bit. The Lakers are going to come out. They're going to have to come out and pressure the basketball. I mean, I know right now Metzger, they're not concerned with her ability to shoot from the perimeter, but they're going to have to start pressing, and they do a trap. Good job. Good job. They show a trap, get a steal. Now you need to get a basket.
Macy
Nice
Brown
pass.
forced it.
Again, a close layup, then unable to convert.
Nice job keeping an extra possession. There'll be a foul. A lot to unfold there. Let's take another look at that whole series. I think it's just a lot of bodies hitting the floor there at the second half of that.
The block charge is a hard call to make, and give credit to Maringer for taking it strong to the basket, creating that contact.
Misses the first. It's 36-20. They've gone 0 for 2 their last 2 attempts.
Yeah, they missed the front of a 1-on-1, and they missed this one. You can't waste these opportunities. You got to be able to convert at the free throw line with the clock stop and trailing by 16.
Camille Stevens actually just checks out for Danbury as well. Timeout taken, though, so there might be more behind that. So 15-point Buckeye lead.
Well, I think coming out of this timeout, you're going to see something in the full court from the Lakers trying to be aggressive and get a trap. You know, the last possession they got a trap and created a turnover, but they're going to really have to amp up their pressure right now.
While we have the timeout, perfect time again to thank the sponsors that bring you tonight's game live and free. Ebert Dental Group, Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Siesel Distributing, and Phillips Tube Group. Thank you to our sponsors out there this evening for allowing everyone to tune into tonight's action if they couldn't make it here in person.
So if you're Buckeye Central here, Coach Capel probably emphasizing, hey, make sure that we're strong with the ball. Danbury's got, 4 fouls until we get into the bonus, and then making sure that every pass you're coming to meet the pass.
A foul right away.
Almost. They had a good trap. Almost were able to rotate into the passing lane to get that steal.
So now kind of the wall forms, and they'll try and get it across the midcourt. Able to do so successfully.
I mean, you can see the veteran, the seniors, Cancer, Siesel, Deppen, Paige Colleen. They've been in these situations before and know that they got to take care of the basketball.
And Danbury will foul. That'll be the 4th team foul, so no one will be heading to the line yet. Switch sides.
And probably right now, if you're Danbury, you're going to look to foul. I mean, try to get a quick trap. If you don't get it, you almost have to foul right away to prevent the clock being run out.
Concert gets it, and she'll be fouled.
Maringer with the foul.
And that'll be the 6th foul, so Danbury will have to do it one more time.
Yep. So maybe try to get up and deny this inbound pass, make it difficult. And again, just seeing the veteran leadership of Cancer, you notice when she caught that ball in the backcourt, she didn't put it on the floor right away. She caught it. She understands if you catch it in the backcourt, you have 10 seconds that actually you could hold the ball in the backcourt. And then she does a good job of recognizing a trap coming to her and then making the pass to an open teammate.
And I guess, it's absolutely nothing against Metzger, but just for the sheer fact that she probably has the smallest amount of experience in these games, I guess for Danbury that might be who you want at the line if she misses.
I mean, if you're Buckeye right now, you want to make sure you play good defense, but try to play good defense without fouling. So Stevens comes off of a screen, shoots a tough 3. And again, Paige Colleen with a great box out and defensive rebound, and now she's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Colleen will be looking for points 7 and 8 at the free throw line if she is to make the first of 2, still 1-1.
And she's a 60% free throw shooter from the line.
Mia McDonald back into the action for the Lakers. Kelly Ewing will sit down. Colleen knocks down the first. Back out to a 16-point game. Not just the first free throw for Buckeye Central in the second half. This is on the second. 60 seconds and counting.
Yeah. Just trying to keep the ball in front. Contest shots here. And they force a turnover, and Nevaeh Metzger finishes. And it looks like the Buckettes are going to make their 7th straight trip to the Sweet 16 in Division 4.
Fanes are on their feet.
Yep.
They can smell it. Stevens will miss the iron.
They've done an outstanding job on Stevens tonight. She's not had very many open looks at all.
Take a last look at that bucket on the steal and breakaway by Metzger. Our Spherion instant replay, and not much time left on the Phillips Tube group scoreboard.
And Coach Miller going to make some substitutions for his seniors here and get the ovation that they deserve. Outstanding season, 20-4.
Wow.
You know, you get to the district finals and you're playing the team that's been there for a long time. So, I mean, you're going to be disappointed, but you're going to look back and you're going to go, you know, we got beat by a pretty good basketball team, and that's kind of when you finish your season and tournament. If you get beat, you want to get beat by a team that's just better than you. And right, you know, tonight the Buckeye Central Buckettes were that team. So the clock's going to run out, and the Buckettes are going to be able to cut down some nets here in just a little bit.
And that will do it. 7th straight district title secured for Buckeye Central here at Willard Gymnasium. They win it 39-21 over Danbury. That is your final score. Coming up next, we'll have post-game stats and interview with our MVP, and we will also show you the net cutting ceremony as well as the presentation of the award. So don't go anywhere. More on the way next.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I bust soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred.
Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hear my.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
And the head coach of Danbury, Willard. And now we ask the captains for Danbury, please come forward for the presentation of the 2023 Division IV District Runner-Up Team Trophy. And now, the 2023 district champion in Division 4, the Buckettes of Buckeye Central High School. Number 1, Kate Siesel. Number 2, Sydney Worm. Number 3, Grace Colleen. Number 4, Kimmy Biglin. Number 10, Mara McDougall. Number 11, Kennedy Deppen. Number 15, Ella Evac. Number 21, Nevaeh Metzger. Number 23, Riley Concert. Number 24, Elise Seifert. Number 25, Elle Colleen. And number 35, Paige Colleen. Assistant coach, Terry Oswald. Assistant coach, Tyler Shea. And assistant coach, Amy Green. And the head coach of Buckeye Central, Abram Cable. And now will the captains for Buckeye Central please come forward for the presentation of the 2023 District Champion Team Trophy. Congratulations to the Buckettes, who will now advance to the regional semifinal game, which will be held at Mansfield High School on Thursday, March 2nd at 8 o'clock. They will face the winner of tonight's game between Kinsman Badger and Berlin Center Western Reserve. Thank you for attendance at today's game and for your support of the Ohio High School student athletes.
Well, welcome to the post-game show here from Willard High School, brought to you by Spitzer Motors of Mansfield. Buckeye Central and Danbury both just handed their awards. What a season for the Lakers out of Danbury, and then the 7th straight district title secured by Buckeye Central. So while the Buckettes cut down the net, we'll talk a little bit. We'll break down some stats and just kind of analyze what we saw out there tonight. So here are your final numbers without further ado, brought to you by Spitzer Motors. For Danbury to finish their season, their performance tonight brought 7 field goals, 2 from 3, 18 rebounds, 8 turnovers, 11 fouls, and shot 6 of 8 from the line. For Buckeye Central, 15 field goals, 3 from behind the three-point line, 18 rebounds, 6 turnovers, 10 fouls, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line. So a couple areas where it was even again, but Buckeye Central proves time and time again that they can pull away when you have to.
Yeah, and if you take a look, the final score 39-21. That's basically the margin of victory that the Buckeyes have had through the season. I think their margin of victory is just over 17 points a game, so that kind of holds true. If you're Danbury and you're Coach Miller, you got to look back. You've had an outstanding season. Anytime you're able to win 20 games, that's special. Get to a district final, and you were kind of up against the giant in Buckeye Central, is that you were going to have to play really well at both ends of the floor. And they were not bad defensively, really all night. They were really good defensively in the second half. I think they limited the Buckeye Central to 14 points, but the problem was Buckeye Central's pretty good defensively also, and they limited the Lakers, I think, just to 11 points there in the second half. So great defensive effort by Coach Capel's squad, and congratulations to them as they advance to the Sweet 16 in Division 4.
So in the last couple of years, Buckeye Central has made 2 trips to the state semifinals. They'll have to get through the round of regionals, like you just said, to do that for a third year, but they'll be heading to play some games back at Massillon like they did last year. I'm not sure if Perry High School is the location again this year or not, but they'll be heading back. And hopefully, what are some things that you think that this team will need to do to get through the round of regionals? I know we established who could be potential opponents for them.
Well, I think that the thing that kind of carries you in the tournament a lot is your defense, and they've shown that they can really defend. I mean, they were not as efficient tonight offensively as they were on what was it, whatever night the semifinal. We've done so many games this week I can't remember, but I think we both mentioned it a couple times throughout the night. Was the other night they just seemed to kind of be free flowing. Offense was moving the basketball, 1 or 2 dribbles, and got people open look. Tonight they were more of a set offense, running a lot of different sets. So I think one of the things as they get to the regional, if they can get back maybe a little bit to that free flowing offense that they had, because it seemed like they were just able to get a little bit better looks. But their defense is what carries them right now. And anytime you have a good defensive team, which is what they've been throughout the whole season, that bodes well for success in the regionals.
So taking a look, trying to find out what happened in the other Northern 10 matchup. Looks like Upper Sandusky lost 38-24 to Margaretta. That's who will be coming out of the Shelby district. Another game we have going on tonight that has jumped out to quite a lead already. Northmore on the boys' side looking for a sectional title against Burnt Union. They're up to 27-7 lead.
Oh.
So if you want to tune into that one, you can on Channel 4, but take a quick moment too.
I think I'm not sure. I remember talking to Travis. This would be the first time in a long time that the Knights have been able to would be able to advance to the district tournament. And that's at Northmore too, I believe. So exciting night for the Knights and their coaching staff and players if they can continue that run there in that game.
So I wanted to acknowledge a few other people chiming in on the Facebook side of things tonight. Jane Fanice, hopefully I didn't butcher your last name, but watching from Florida. Lisa Markham, Cody McNeely, Stephen Daniel, Mary Heiler, Gary Young, Liz Cham, Amy Lutz, Jim Ratliff, Wanda White, Joe Chanel, Sherry Bean, and Monica Thompson-Price. A lot of you commenting out there today. Thanks for watching. We've still got a little bit more left. Just shortly, once the net's cut down, team takes their picture. We'll have a group up here. To do our MVP interview tonight that is going to be brought to you by Siesel Distributing. So the net is just about finished. Assistant coaches will get up there. And then once head coach Abram Capel cuts down his portion of the net, we'll be right back. We'll take a short break, come back with our MVP interview, and wrap things up on what's been, as you mentioned, Joe, one heck of a week. A lot of games being played now that the boys and girls are in full swing. There's games going on almost every night.
Yeah, the girls, I guess you would say, slows down a little bit because you go from a field of 64 to a field of 16 now. But the boys are going to be there's going to be a lot of boys games next week, and some really exciting boys action. they're out. I mean, I guess the one that we're all kind of looking at is that Division II district at Ashland, where you have Sandusky, Mansfield Senior in a matchup, and then a rematch of a couple weeks ago of Lexington and Shelby. And really, any of those 4 teams with the seasons they've had would be a great representative coming out of that district. So there's going to be some, exciting semifinal games, and then I believe probably next week, a week from today, that would have probably already be decided, because I believe that district final game's a 4 o'clock start over at Ashland. So, and then I believe over here we have Division IV, with a potential district final matchup with Lucas and Colonel Crawford, and then we have Crestview in Division III. They match up in the semifinals with a really good Huron squad. But Coach Kirch, they've had an outstanding season. So another exciting week of basketball. And then, of course, I believe next Thursday night, the Buckettes open up in the regional semis. And then at this time next week, I'm not sure if that's an afternoon game or an evening game, but a chance if they win in the semifinals to be in the regional finals, and another shot to go to the Final Four in Dayton.
All right, well, I love just the casualness of the final cutting by head coach Abram Capel. We'll take a quick break, and we'll
get
be
used
back.
to doing that.
That's right, yeah.
7
7
straight
times.
district title. It's kind of old hat, kind of get expected, which that gets to be a little bit tough too, that it's just expected that it's going to happen.
So we'll step aside. We'll take one more break, be back with our player of the game for tonight.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told them all that I bust soon. Know as a child back in the womb. Oh, told them step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred.
Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hear my.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, denturals and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Tired of trying to find the one? Well, look no further than Spitzer Jeep Ram Mansfield. Panda can help you create your perfect driving partner today with our Spitzer Speed Pass. Browse our new and used inventory to find the vehicle you love.
Like a new Ram 1500 during the President's Day sales event.
Next, Spitzer Speed Pass allows you to apply for financing, value your trade, and build your payment. Then it's time to meet your match in store, or we'll deliver right to your door.
Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Back with tonight's Players of the Game, brought to you tonight by Siesel Distributing, and I'm here with all 5 seniors from Buckeye Central, starting first with Kennedy Deppen. Kennedy, you've played really solid the second stretch down the season here and have come up big in a lot of these tournament games. Obviously, a few injuries going on with the team, but just talk to me about the way the team's played in these last 2 games here at the district level and obviously taking home the 7th in a row.
Well, we just know that with our injury situation and with our low numbers that we have to have different people step up on different nights. So, I mean, it's a good thing, I think, that we can have girls that can play from all 5 positions all at the same time.
And then what are you most excited about with another chance to go to regionals back up in Massillon?
I think, I'm just really excited because I know that we have the opportunity to play with everyone that we want to. So, I mean, if we go to the gym this week and we have a good week of practice, I'm really excited just for what the opportunity has in store.
All right, awesome. Well, congrats. I'll have you pass it off to whoever volunteered to go next. All right, well, now we have Riley Concert. Riley, obviously it's been a little bit different of a postseason for you. And, you suffer an injury during practice, but have come out and looked really strong so far. What you were doing on the rebounds tonight, too, was critical. I know it took a while to get into the scoring column, but just talk to me about your role on this team, not only as a scorer but a leader.
Oh, yeah. I knew tonight was going to be tough on the defensive end. They're bigger. They're more athletic. So this whole week I was just stressing we got to play good defense. We got to box out. And I knew that was my role tonight, and I need to score that much. And I need to find my shooters, find my rollers, and that's just what I did.
How does it feel to have won the district title every year so far in high school?
Oh, yeah. For me, that's a big deal because not many people can do that. So having 4 of these medals is pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Congratulations. I'll have you pass it off.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, Kate, second time you've been up here this week talking with us. Another great night tonight. You led all scorers with 15. Talk to me a little bit about your efforts tonight and what it took. Obviously a little bit more tougher tonight against Danbury than South Central. What did it take to get the job done tonight?
Right, yeah, we definitely had to have better passes, and we did have those good passes for me. Just getting open was really important, but yeah, it's definitely harder when a team plays a lot closer defense and stuff, but we made it work.
Now, obviously, advancing to the round of regionals, what are you most excited about with a chance to go back up to Perry High School in Massillon and try and, do exactly what was done last year and win 2 more tough games ahead of you?
Yeah, I'm just excited to go there and play, get the opportunity to play there. It's always super fun, so should be a good game.
All right, well, congratulations. Thanks,
Thank
Kate.
You.
And now we'll bring in Sydney Worm on senior number 4 of 5. Well, Sydney, congratulations. It was nice to see you out there warming up before this one, too. I know you're dealing with a bit of an injury, but just talk to me about what this season so far has been like and the accomplishment of this team out there today, because just because you weren't out there on the court playing, I know you're one of those that's on the bench. That's a huge help to this team.
I mean, we've started off a really good season, and we know that this is what we wanted, and we're going to keep pushing for it. And obviously not playing, that's been a little bit of a struggle and something I've dealt with. But I'm excited for the girls, and hopefully I'll be back our next game, and we're going to keep pushing forward, and we're going to make a long tournament run.
Absolutely. So what are you looking forward to most about getting the opportunity to hold it down? And, as long as everyone comes out and competes well, you have time to rest up now. Talk to me about the opportunity to still get back out there this year.
I mean, we've had a lot of doubters this whole year, and that's something that's fueled us. And this is an amazing group of girls. I couldn't ask to play with better people. And we just keep our energy high, and that's what helps us.
All right. Well, thanks, Sydney. We hope that you get healthy and we see you out there in the semifinal.
Thank you.
And now we'll hand it off to Paige. And now Paige, the final of the 5 seniors. Paige, great game from you today. It's obvious that you bring such a spark to this team. Talk to me a little bit about your efforts today, not only in the scoring column but on the rebounds and trying to create second chance looks for your team.
So a lot of like my job for the team is kind of to do the dirty work to get in the rebounds. Like that's what I love to do, and that's what I know that I'm good at and I can control. So whenever a shot goes up, like my first thought is, oh, awesome, this is a chance for me to go get the ball, like to be able to do something for my team. And I love being able to like get a really difficult one and kick it out. Like that just makes the energy crazy, and that makes our offense just go and go and go because they live off of my energy, then they have energy, and then it just all works together really well.
Well, obviously everyone's sporting the new shirts this year that say Titletown. I mean, talk to me about it. How does it feel? I think sometimes, you know, you see Abram Capel, your head coach. Most teams, when they cut that down, it's a big deal. Not that it wasn't, but, you know, he just kind of cool, casually, and calmly walks down the ladder. But how does that feel to be able to reflect in the last 4 years have a district title?
It's crazy, honestly. Like, I've earned 4 of those district titles, too. And, like, looking back, like, when I was a freshman, I was like, oh, my gosh, like, I can't, like, I could never play. Like, when I was watching Lexi Evek play, I was like, oh, my gosh, I could never, like, be in such a big game. And I was a part of the team, but I didn't really contribute. I just watched. And now being able, like, to do that, too, it's just so important. And I just feel so honored to have done that so many times because when I was younger, I, like, looked at it so highly. And even though we've done it so many times, like, I need to remember, like, that's still, like, we're in the same position that I was my freshman year when I was looking at that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's really cool. So it's really awesome for me to be able to do that, like what I never thought I could do when I was younger.
Well, it's obvious this has been a special group, and we hope that can keep going for a while here in this postseason. So please, everyone stay healthy during practice until Thursday. We'll be up at Mansfield to cover you guys. Again, all 5 seniors from Buckeye Central, your Siesel Distributing players of the game. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take one more short break. Be right back to wrap things up.
Thank you.
Enough about me. Let's start the show. Starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I will soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm down to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hear my
Right back at Willard High School. We're going to wrap things up for you here tonight in our Spitzer post-game show, and really not much left to do other than to take one last look at what happened tonight. The final score, again, 39-21. Danbury ends their season at 20-5. Macy Brown led the way in scoring for them with 5 points today. It was more of a balanced scorebook for them. On the other side for Buckeye Central, Kate Siesel, your leading scorer with 15. And again, their 7th straight district title, looking to get back up to Perry High School and Massillon to take on a couple more teams, try and earn their 3rd trip to the state semifinals in the last 5 years. So any final reflections here tonight?
No, I mean, it's in seeing those 5 seniors, you can see why they've been able to win 7 district titles. Just the tradition and, you know, not just good basketball players, but really good young ladies. The other neat thing is, you know, it's more than a half hour after the game. There's still, you know, a lot of people from the Buckeye Central community hanging out. So it's neat to see that support that these girls have. And I think they understand that, you know, this has been a special run. And the hope is, you know, from our standpoint here at the OH.REPORT, they can get 2 more wins and make that trip to Dayton again.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, it has been a while. We're quite past game time, but thank you, everyone, for sticking with us, for sticking around and checking out the interview. So that'll wrap things up, though, from Willard High School. It's been a great last few days of basketball, but we're going to sign off here tonight. So would like to thank Joe Baylog on color commentary on both games with me here this week in Willard. Mason Neese, our camera operator, Adam Thompson for all he does on audio and video design. Phillips Tube Group, our scoreboard sponsor. Spitzer Motors of Mansfield, pre-half post. Siesel Distributing, our MVP sponsor. Spherion Mid-Ohio, instant replay. And Spitzer Motors, our commercial sponsor, along with Ebert Dental Group in Willard. So thank you to all the sponsors that allow that action to come to you live and free. Would like to thank Joe Crawford and the Willard Athletic Department, and finally the Ohio High School Athletic Association for letting us be here and streaming you the action. But that'll do it for Joe Baylog, Mason East. I'm Hayden Gray saying so long. You've been watching high school basketball live and free exclusively on the OH Report, powered by BS Media Productions, the future of local sports. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. We'll be back at it on Monday with more live streams for you.